Manuel Ugarte is progressing strongly, almost there, really close, progressing beyond belief, imminent, closer than ever, closer than close, closer, yeah, closer than you ever been, imagine us. Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United has been absolutely every headline under the sun over the last 2 months of this transfer window, but it now does seem that the deal is almost there. Saga over, the agreement in place. The price we're going to discuss tonight, because it is looking like we first thought yesterday. That's 60 million euros. Why? What's happening with the two owners of the respective football clubs at PSG and at Manchester United? What's gone on behind the scenes? And what are we actually getting? What is coming our way with this deal? And what money have we got left to spend? We've also got another young superstar talent being touted to be one of the best out there coming to Manchester United, according to Fabrizio Romano. This is your Thursday updates. The day that we are probably... Well, we was expecting yesterday to get some serious headlines regarding Manuel Ugarte, and it does seem like we haven't been let down. We have got loads to get through, guys. I've obviously been away today. We brought you the news this morning regarding the Edison double bid with Ugarte, what money Manchester United have got. What are United doing? We're just going to go through all of the headlines, give you all of the reports, and let you know everything that is going down right now, because there's actually some contrasting reports with everything going on. Some saying that this deal isn't actually fully done yet. This deal actually has hit a bit of a snag because of issues behind the scenes with the owners. We've got loads to get through. We'll get into it. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Please do give the video a like. Another 1,000 likes, please. The 50% of you that aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. It's free content and you love the content. That's why so many of you are actually watching and liking the videos. And I really do appreciate it as well. It helps the channel grow, which we are doing at a fast rate right now. Something just different. That's what this channel is. We'll go through everything else, but we do it with a little bit of a twist. So let's get into what's actually going on then, shall we, everyone? Hello, guys. Hope you're doing fantastically well. It feels like I've not seen you for ages since we did that little catch-up video at lunchtime. We didn't do a live show, but we're back live now and we're going through absolutely everything. And you know what? I feel like this is just going to be an ever-updating situation with Manchester United. Manuel Ugarte, the situation that's going down. I'm just going to get through absolutely everything that we possibly can right now, because there has been a shed load going on today. From our video early on today, what has happened? What has come about with Manuel Ugarte? Well, it has been said that Manchester United, Fabrice Hawkins, like we said with L'Equipe this morning in their headline, that this deal is pretty much done. There has been considerable movement from PSG side, Manchester United, about meeting in the middle. The pricing, everything, the loan deal looks like that is now favourable. Romano has said that as well today. He has said that here we go, will be coming. Some are saying it could be in the next few hours. Romano has said over the weekend, so we're pretty much at the weekend already. So the word imminent definitely is there. We said last night that the price was agreed, so it does look like the price has been agreed. But most of the reports today are saying the price has been agreed in favour of PSG. That's 60 million euros. But then there are others that are actually saying, well, no, Manchester United have got something out of this and they have offered substantially less than that. But, I mean, everyone from the French side of things and what's being reported is saying exactly the same thing. It's like... an hour ago, Fabrice Hawkins said Manuel Ugarte is closer than close. It's that close word again. Than ever to joining Manchester United. The outcome is near, but at this time is still not total agreement between both clubs. That's changed. Paris Saint-Germain wants 60 million, along with purchase option is also being studied. That's from Fabrice Hawkins earlier on. Sky said that this deal is very, very close now. Everything pretty much has moved in the direction of both clubs actually coming together and thrashing out a deal, basically, and just making this move forward quicker than, well, it looked like it was going to go to deadline day. It now doesn't look like it's going to go down to deadline day. Everything is literally round the corner in terms of official announcement, according to Romano, according to the French sources anyway. Manuel Ugarte has been important in his story. He did his best to push and move to Manchester United. He was really, really insisting, says Fabrizio. But Fabrizio's banged that drum forever and a day, to be honest. He always said it was being pushed by the player and his people more because he knows that Enrique doesn't want him. We discussed that last night as well. My understanding has always been that Manuel Ugarte was number 1, number 2, and number 3 for Manchester United, priority target. He's also saying that the stories about Manchester United looking at alternative strategies were wide of the mark. It was basically to scare PSG into moving forward. Well, that looks quite right, really, because them other targets all went by the by. AC Milan took Fofana. Burnley ended up selling to Fulham for Zander Berger, as we all know. Here we go for Manuel Ugarte. It could be in the next days because Manchester United are advancing very well, says Fabrizio Romano. There are other stories contrary to that at the moment. Fabrizio Romano's tweeted as well earlier on. Manuel Ugarte's message to PSG this week: let me go to Manchester United. A loan move for Ugarte wouldn't necessitate the sale of Scott McTominay, but Manchester United remain open to offers for Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Loads. I'm just going to get through absolutely everything, then we're going to get into it and discuss it ourselves with everything that's going on. But yeah, it's also, he said, like the MEM were also saying earlier on that this is like imminent right now, and this was the one that got everybody moving along. Manchester United deal to sign Manuel Ugarte from Paris Saint-Germain is thought to be imminent. It will likely be a season-long loan with an obligation to buy. That from Samuel Luckhurst and to Ty Marshall from the MEN. And everything was moving along nicely. I'm going to come to your comments in a minute, guys, as well. And then you got Duncan Castles putting his piece in as well towards the end, and he's gone down a different route from what everybody else has said. He has said, and this is what happens with our reporters and journalists and things like this, when we get down to this sort of stage of a transfer and what's actually happening with it, it usually means that if something or someone hasn't had their say or got to a point and it doesn't look like they were right in any part of it, something else comes along that they then report on that happened a few days before. So the hold-up and everything like that, let's get into what Duncan Castles has had to say. So then you're completely clear with everything that's going on. PSG expects the Ugarte deal to be done and also expect to secure the 60 million transfer fee, as in 60 million euros. They will not be accepting a loan with obligation to buy deal. They want the cash as soon as possible. One of the reasons why the Manuel Ugarte deal is being delayed is something of a battle of egos between Nasser Al-Khalifi, Khalifi, I think he says that, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, and Sir Jim Radcliffe. And it really does look like it's who can get the better deal out of it. Nasser Al-Khalifi says he wants to remind Sir Jim Radcliffe that he can't get his way with everything. And if a deal for Ugarte is done, it will be on the terms he is happy with. Now, this has sort of been the stance that we have known for quite a while now. And that being that PSG are going to drive that hard bargain and make sure that they get that 60 million. This is why it's gone so long and so far into the window. I'm going to get your thoughts on this now, guys, and see what you think. Like, from all the news that's come about, get your comments in now. I'm going to come to some donated members from the man himself, Modern Samurai, back in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Mike Core, James Hill, Jordan Webb, Nick Wright, and Boz have taken them memberships. Thank you. Make sure you please do give Modern Samurai a thanks in the chat as well, guys. We also have a super chat from DJ John T. Our midfield is looking good now. Yes, it is. Right, talk to me, everyone. Get your comments in now. Tommy says, pretty much done is what we have heard the last 3 weeks. The Qataris don't want to sell to United, just walk away. Look, it is done. Like, Romano does not come out and say, look, this is pretty much here we go over the weekend if this isn't close. The thing what's happening now is it's like it's making United look like they've given it a good fight, but in the end, it's going off. It's going off basically what PSG wanted, like we said. It's going to be 60 million euros. It's going to be that 51 million quid that they spent on Ugarte in the first place. The fact that we're this far down the line now, I feel like there's no real way out of this for United. Is Ugarte worth 51? Probably a bit less for me, but hey, look, 10 million more. It's not. You never know, do you? Like, I'm saying, like, it's not the worst player we've ever bought. What do I know? Like, everything looks right on paper. Everything looks right performance-wise. What we need, the sort of player that Ten Hag wants, the profile of player for, like we said earlier on, the system he wants to play and everything like that. But until he wears that red shirt, walks out with the expectation level of millions and millions of fans on his shoulders every single week to a cup final, we're not going to know. We're not going to know what Ugarte's all about. He has to play in a United shirt first, and that goes with every signing you make. There are very few surefire dead certs when it comes to signings. You'd have thought Ronaldo was 100%, didn't work out for him. You'd have thought Sancho was the same. You'd have thought Di Maria, all of these players that you brought into Manchester United would have hit the ground running and been an absolute superstar. But no, it doesn't work that way. Please do keep liking the video, guys. We're already creeping up to that 300 mark. 10 minutes in. Legends. 1,600 in the room with us right now. Please do subscribe. Make sure you've hit that like button, guys. Jeannie is here, says, Adam, depend on if it's loan and buy. We will pay a loan fee and then the proper transfer fee. So between the two, it could end up 60 million. Whichever way it is structured, and this is what we were discussing last night. Look, the price has been agreed. We know that we're moving forward because the price is agreed. The structure of everything is what's being discussed right now with United and PSG. It's whether or not the PSG ownership want to just absolutely rinse United for everything they can. Look, it doesn't matter. Like we just said then, if it's 60 million euros, how them instalments come in, how it's paid, how much is up front, how much is at the end of the loan, if it is in fact a loan. United are open to quite a few different options when it comes to getting this deal over the line. We know this, but only on their terms in terms of the permanent deal. They don't want to pay that amount of money for Ugarte. So if they can spread it out, if they can make it work for them, then that's what they're negotiating now. But PSG can still say, look, yeah, that's fine, we're happy with the price and we're moving forward, but we want it paid this way. And this can be what the hold-up is. So as close as it is and as near to the line as it is and the price being agreed, like we've already said, it still takes a little bit of time to get it finalised and dot the I's and cross the T's and get everything finished. It's a little bit more, well, it's complicated, and it's a little bit more complicated than what people are making out, I feel, online. And like Duncan Castle's coming in, saying what he said there. He's basically just come in there at a late hour and just made a story about what would probably happen in about 4 or 5 days ago. United's ego trip ownership model against obviously PSG's, all expecting to get what they want, all used to getting what they want, and you're at a bit of a crossroads. That's all it is. Like, who wins? Who comes out on top? Who wants what more? And we said last night, I think PSG, quite clearly, if they are offering a loan to United with obligation to buy, then they're in a better financial state and already in the Champions League and comfortable with where they're at, whereas United, Ineos are just kickstarting their time and their era at United, so they're at a little bit of a disadvantage. They've done well to claw back a bit of that ground that we are behind all these big clubs in this window. We have done well with all the other signings and other things that we've done. And with this PSG deal, like, we have literally stood our ground the whole way. But it does look in the end that football has to prevail and the player has to come. And if Ten Hag wants him, Ineos are going to have to fork out more than what they wanted to. So, yeah, it's still positive. It is just what happens in football. And there's nothing we can do about it. A loan deal that could have been done 1 month ago, don't know. We don't know. This is the thing. It's like we'll probably know after everything has been finalised and we'll get more stories out, but we're not going to know at this stage while we're at this crunch part of it, of the negotiations that is anyway. So happy Murto has gone, and if he is still here, we'll have no signings yet. He would still be working on Ugarte until midnight on deadline day. He'd still be working on bleeding de Ligt. And then we wouldn't have had time to get Ugarte. That's what would have happened. The SEKOU KONE deal. Yeah, I mean, like, it's. I'm just checking through something. A few messages all fly at me at once there. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I will get on to the new kid that Manchester United are bringing in. It's not so much an update on that. It's more an update on what Manchester United are doing and planning for the future. Like, this kid is coming to United, and United are looking to the future. But I just want to be, clear on everything as it is. I'm catching up with a lot of the stories. We do have a here we go with a signing today. It's just not the signing that we actually thought it was going to be. It is the young teenage so-called sensation that Fabrizio Romano and a few other people have been talking up in SEKOU KONE. And yeah, it is a holding midfielder for Manchester United, just not the holding midfielder, here we go, for Manuel Ugarte. But again, promising signs for Manchester United and how we're actually operating and looking at the future. Very similar to Bobby Martin, another player coming in who is going to be fighting for a position that we desperately need and just being ahead of everybody else with all of this young talent coming in right now. And that's where United need to be. We always need to be there. And that's where we did used to be. So it's all good news right now. Look, as big a deal as Ugarte is, the just as important deals are them smaller ones, like KONE, like Bobby Martin, like all of these players, like the young lads signing their contracts as well from the academy. They're all just as important as the Manuel Ugarte deal. It's just making sure United have got a future. And you know what? Maybe in transfer windows to come, we won't need to be buying as much. We won't need to be spending and negotiating with big clubs as much because we've got young talent already coming through the ranks and coming through the system. Manchester United plan to play KONE with the under-21s while he adjusts to life in England. That's from Laurie Whitwell. So, yeah, as expected, not going to make it yet. 18, so older than Bobby Martin, obviously. And we'll see how he does in the under-21s. Maybe he can be progressed through a lot quicker than some of the other players. But again, coming from where he's come from and obviously stepping up to Manchester United style football and expectations, like we said with senior players, it works for the younger players as well. It's a different world being at Manchester United, and they have to get used to it. So let's see what he's got, and it is looking positive. He's looking really positive on that side of things. We have 1,900 people in the room, 400 likes. I think it should be a little bit higher than that for 1,900, guys. Come on, keep your likes coming in. Keep your comments flying in as well. We're getting through as much as possible on this evening's show, making a bit of a catch-up, actually. Question, Adam, what happening with Martin from Arsenal? Yeah, it's all good, all progressing. Manchester United are just negotiating with Arsenal on the trainee release money. I think it is. It's all part and parcel. It's all pretty much nailed on and sorted. No drama at all there. He's signed and had his medical. It's just a case of United releasing the compensation to Arsenal now on that side of things. Edison is a better player than Ugarte, yeah, but do we want that type of player in more in Ugarte? We said this morning. I think that's why we're buying him. Chocomoco Mocha. Ineos will have the buckle to get Ugarte. We'll have to buckle to get Ugarte. Sorry, we've left it too late for another target. I don't know. They probably had a price that they could go to and then go to that price if necessary right at the end just to make sure that they secure the player. I still don't think they've done bad in this. 51 million, 23. Look, no one's going to be moaning about the price if he has an absolute barnstormer of a season, and I really hope he does. Because we just want to take that away from an argument, don't we, within the fan base, that United went down to the wire, overpaid for another player that wasn't good enough. He was excellent at Sporting. He was very good at PSG, excellent in the Copa America. Everything looks right. Like, you cannot get better from division to division to international football. Into Manchester United we come, and it should be straightforward. It should be, being a key word there. Just check now. Sorry, guys, I am trying to get through quite a lot. I've got a lot of messages coming through right now. Bear with me a second. Let's just pick up on a few things. Do you think that's the end of the signings? 7 month a member. And that's from, I'm not even going to read. I think that's Stu changing his name, isn't it? Yes. People like trying to interrupt my show from me talking normal football by winding me up in the chat. And they're my moderators, by the way. They just, like, seriously, give them an inch to take a yard, these lot, I tell you. They do a fantastic job, but they do like winding me up along the way as well. So, yeah. I'm not even going to say your name, Stu. I don't want to say that man's name. I'm not even going to say it. You all know how I feel about it. Dan says, hi Adam, what's the current situation with Ugarte as we stand? Is it a loan or straight 51? Fabrizio Romano has said it's a loan. Miana's saying it's a loan. Fabrice, loan. The discussion at the moment is, I don't think PSG have budged on the price. So we know the price is going to be about 60 million euros, 51 million quid. That's for certain. There are stories, and it's come out from Duncan Castle saying that they want it up front. They don't want to do the loan. But why has that story come out now so late in the day after everyone else has said loan is agreed? It looks like it is going to be a loan, but United are not going to be able to get him for the price that he wants. So, yeah, it could be. And Romano has said, here we go in the next couple of days. So I think it's just, like we said last night, again, like the structure of the price that's been agreed between both clubs and how it's paid. That's what's taking its time, I feel. And PSG will absolutely rinse United for everything that they possibly can. Again, it's a big story saying battle of the egos, but I think there is some truth in it, in what Duncan Castle said. You've got two big power players there in the two ownerships of United and PSG, and none of them want to move. The problem we've got is that PSG, like I just said, are in a lot more secure position than what United are right now. And sometimes just take that little bit of a hit. If you know he's the right player, you take the hit. As long as it is the right one. You've got to make sure on this, and it has to be, because there are other options there. We spoke about Edison this morning and what he can bring to Manchester United as well, and we missed out on that one, but we are looking to maybe bring him in as well, possibly January, maybe next summer. I would say more next summer, being realistic, but obviously Alfredo Padula said that this morning on our early show about United actually having a bid rejected for the Atalanta midfielder because it's too late in the window. So I think this is what pushed them forward, the Ugarte talks, and that's why we've had all of the news and everything that's been breaking up throughout the day, all over the last 2 days, really. Over 500 likes as well. Thank you, everybody. Absolutely loving it. Has McTominay gone yet, says Maria? He has not. No. We're expecting something to materialise again. I feel like everything has just been pointing towards Manuel Ugarte and getting this deal done, and everything else has just been put slightly on the back burner. Some of the younger lads have been sold out. Obviously, Odiele has gone. Odiele has gone to Legia Warsaw. We've got rid of Vitek to on loan as well. And we sold Fish, which reportedly was for about 2 million as well. So another little 2 million in the bag for Manchester United on that one. Keep them comments coming in, guys. Ideally, we have both Ugarte and Edison in the squad. That is how you get to the top. It would be. But again, struggling with this first window, and that's why we've not been able to do that. United would have done that. Easily would have done that. Hopefully, we are going to find some unknown gems now that we have had a proper structure in place. Exactly. Nick says, just think we could have in our midfield with Kobe Mainu for the next 10 years. Yeah, well, and if we make the right signings, we should have the best midfield in the league. With Kobe Mainu there and Bruno Fernandes there, get that perfect number 6. Is Ugarte that? Next season, well, this season, sorry, we're going to find out. Still wouldn't surprise me if Ineos have a backup CDM and bye-bye PSG and Ugarte and sneak in for someone else and say, up yours to PSG. No, I wouldn't put it past him either. If you start pissing Sir Jim Radcliffe off and trying to have him over, then you are probably going to get the bird. It's going to flip the bird at you and say, F off, see you later. There'll be no messing. Like, they will not think that... They won't think twice about moving away from Ugarte, even at this stage, Ineos. There's no fear in that from them. What they are trying to do is, and their commitment has been to the football side of things for United, and everybody knows that we need a midfielder. And right now, we haven't really got many other options. Romano said it was always top option, even second and third option, and that's it. That's all we've got. And we just probably have to get this deal done now. So we're going to have to take that little bit of a hit, I'm afraid. It would seem that way anyway. Christopher says, Idget gems with T and only gems with only gems that we going to get. Idget gems with T, that the only gems we're going to get. That's a bit harsh again, Chris, isn't it? Come on, mate. We've got to cheer you up somehow, buddy. Matthias says, I truly think the signing of SEKOU is the turning point. That is the kind of signing that we've been missing for years. Exactly that. Obi Martin, you've got SEKOU coming through as well. It is looking ahead. It's not now. And it's hard to look past now when we're still not quite there. And we know the importance of looking at what we're dealing with now in the present with this first team right now. It's hard to look through, but you've just got to admire the work that's going on behind the scenes still. And knowing that you actually still got a future there with quality players already waiting in the wings to come through, young quality players, then that has to be a positive. It has to be a massive positive. Over 2,000 in the room, 500 like plus in the house as well, guys, and we are 22 subscribers away from 56k. If you are not subscribed and watching right now, then please do hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. You know you want to be up to date with all Manchester United news and even have your say on what is going on as well. Please get subscribing and get into the chat. As A has done, Ugarte would free Manu and Bruno a lot, is why he makes so much sense for us currently. Again, currently and fitting that mould of releasing the other players. And not just them as well, mate. It's the fullbacks like we described yesterday. If they're going to bomb on, then obviously you're going to need someone there to cover. And Ugarte is your man. He is. What do you guys reckon to that Robinson report earlier on? Is he good enough for Manchester United? A lot of people came back at me before thinking he wasn't a first choice sort of left back for me. I just want to throw that out there again now that we're live again, going over everything that's happened through the day. Anthony Robinson from Fulham. Is he the right type of left back for United? Is that the type that would secure that spot season in, season out? Get your comments in on that as well, guys. We're talking everything right now. We have got a poll going. Rate the window between 1 and 10. 1 to 3, 4 to 7, and 8 to 10. Get voting now. 3 options for you guys. We're going to let that poll run right up until the end of the show. And yeah, just to go over everything again in terms of SEKOU KONE, who has come across, been signed by Manchester United, under 21, 18-year-old holding midfielder. There isn't much background for him. He has just been touted as one of the best up-and-coming central midfielders in his age group right now, and United have got him alongside another 5 academy players that have been brought in this summer alone, including Obi Martin, the forward from Arsenal, who's made record numbers throughout all of the academy teams, and especially last season. So that's the news in terms of here we go today. It isn't the here we go that we wanted in Ugarte. Just to go over everything that's happened, there are some contrasting stories regarding where we're actually at, whether it's loan or whether it's permanent deal. The price looks set. The price, 60 million euros. Like we said yesterday, that is agreed. Everything else is where we're at now. How it's structured, how much the payments are going to be, how much they want up front, everything like that. Do they want, if it is a loan, any money up front as well? They could easily say, look, pay us this up front and then you pay the balance at the end. That's your obligation. Like PSG are holding the cards when it comes to Ugarte now. The only card United have got is, like a comment said a minute ago, and just walking away. See you later. Don't even try taking the piss. Like, United just going to walk away from it. It's as simple as that. That's where United are, and that's how United are operating right now. And if you piss Sir Jim Ratcliffe off, like the owner of PSG has said, like, he's a man who's used to getting his own way. We can't always get that. Well, he might not get his own way, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get what you want either. He could just walk away from the situation if he wanted to. So whereas everything is agreed, let's hope that Sir Jim actually sees it through and doesn't actually get knocked off to a point where he actually walks away from this deal. So, yeah, that is still there as well, and that could easily happen. But everything is in place. And like Romano has said, Fabrizio has said, look, Ugarte has pushed more than anyone to make this happen. And everybody knows, for the sake of the player and a quality player actually getting game time because he's not at PSG, let's just make this deal happen. And I think that's been the ultimate winner in all of this and why it's pushed forward to this stage now. It's took its time. You've got a player desperately wanting to play in the middle of an ego battle between the two ownership models of PSG and Manchester United. Warren says, does the loan mean we have 50 million euros left to spend? We need a central midfielder and a left back. The sooner we bring in players, the quicker they can gel and establish a style. Probably not, going off what reports are saying. If we can get the loan done and not have to pay anything now, then yes, we do have that money. But PSG, apparently, according to Duncan Castles, are saying they want as much of this up front as they possibly can get. So, yeah, where it does look like on paper we could crash out a deal or fresh out a deal, like I said last night, with not having to pay anything now but then pay the maximum amount next summer. It works well for United that way. My guess is now, like, the complications that are coming after agreeing the price are the terms. That's it. It's how they want the money paying. So I think this is what the hold-up is. And I feel like this is where we're at now. I still think it's going to happen. And I still think we will find something out this weekend. But, hey. Like, seriously, who is KONE? Who is the KONE guy? He is a talented young central midfielder coming through. I'll bring up the information for you guys, actually, for him. So, SEKOU KONE. He is a African national from Mali. He's played in several under-17s. As Becky, he's played against plenty of opposition. I'm scouring literally everything because there isn't much information on him here. Under-17s World Cup, under-17s Africa Cup of Nations. These are the stats that we're getting. He currently plies his trade in a team that I no idea who they are. I don't know who they actually are. I'm just looking them up now. Guiders FC. They obviously, they must be in Mali. It has to be that because I don't know anything else. And this is full on. Like, even websites and stats websites on players and everything like that don't have images and proper updated information on this kid. It's proper recruitment. That's what it is. And United are doing things that we've just not done before. It's interesting to a point where I don't think any of us are looking to spend a lot of money in the future. It's going along the line of what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said when he said, look, I want to find the next Mbappe. I don't want to buy the next Mbappe. He wants to create them from within Manchester United. And the blueprint is there in Garnacho, in Mainu. That's all there for Manchester United. We've seen the young lads come through and we've seen them succeed. So you've got to look at it and go, it's right. But I said it a minute ago, I think, like, it's hard to take simply because we want the here and now. We need a player for the now. And that's the tough bit. Kieran says, I'd say this transfer window is off the chart, to be honest, because what Ineos has done thus far, we never saw in years. Took one player at a high price and no talent other than spin to come in. Yeah, I get that. Like I said, it is. If it is just Ugarte at more of an inflated price, out of everyone we brought in, at the 5 in total, it's not bad. Adame Ugarte, as mentioned in my previous chats, is not a prime Casemiro, but will play with the mentality that is not like our existing last season players. He will be moulded to be better. He's young and he can get better. And that's why Ineos and United are going out buying a certain profile of player as well. It has to fit the model of what they want, because they can obviously get better as well at what they're doing. And it all comes down to coaches. It does come down to coaching as well. Juventus have moved for Jadon Sancho today and are in negotiations with Manchester United. That's come from RMC Sports. Interesting one, that. So that's just come about now. I'm just looking into this now just to see. RMC Sports, obviously, from the Italian side of things. But yeah, Jadon Sancho is available this weekend as well. Ten Hag has been talking in his press conference today. In fact, what Ten Hag said about Ugarte was the same thing he would always say and what you'd expect him to say when asked that question, which was, obviously, we'll give you more information on any players coming in when we have it. I said that before, and then a couple of days later, a couple of players walked through the door. So hopefully it's the same again with Manuel Ugarte. But yeah, Jadon Sancho, we knew, Padula actually said himself about Juventus a few days ago being still in for Jadon Sancho. United are pushing. Romano has said himself it's 50-50 with Jadon Sancho right now. It could go either way. So watch this space. We could see Jadon Sancho still moving before this window is up. United are actually still open to loaning Jadon Sancho out as well. So interesting there. Juventus actually coming in for him. Obviously, we know that Hannibal is going to be going out between Leeds and Burnley. That fight is going on, and that's moved forward again. We're still trying to move out Lindelof and Eriksen, as we said yesterday. Still no more information on that. I think the speculation sort of has been round Ugarte more than anyone today. I think the sooner we get Ugarte through, I think the better for everyone, because then everyone can move on to different stories and start talking about different things again. Because there are a lot more important deals that need to be made. It's like this KONE deal today has been completely overshadowed. We should be celebrating this today as United fans, but obviously we can't do because we're still waiting for Ugarte news. A few donated memberships. London has dropped in a few. First one has gone to Richie Club Sports, and then he has dropped in another 5 memberships as well, and they have gone to, when I find them, where are they? There they are. Okay, they've gone to KD, Jeff McClure, Groove Master, John Ralph, and Joy Deep Daz. We have a super chat in there as well, I think, somewhere. I will just bring that up as well. Keep your comments coming in now, guys. Talk to me about Robinson as well. Anything that we've spoken about today. Edison, Robinson, things like that. Like, oh yeah, it's the KONE guy one. I have mentioned the super chat already. Getting lost with everything that's going on. Yeah, I've just said that one. Stretford Gamer. Juventus in. Adam, can you sing Closer Than Close again? Thanks for the super chat, mate. I may do it at the end of the show, just to please you guys. Ugarte is overrated. Another Torreira. Let's see. Andrew Short says 5 players is an excellent transfer window, although De Ligt, Euro and Ugarte are high-profile players. Wow, what a signing Mazraoui is. Let's not forget that. And we've still got Euro to actually come in yet. Keep liking the video, guys. We're over 700 while live, which is amazing again. 6 subscribers away from 56k. Have we got 6 people in the room that haven't subscribed that want to take us over that 56,000 subscriber mark? We've never hit a sort of like landmark 1,000 mark on subscribers while live, so that would be nice to do tonight as well. More comments, please, guys. Let's get your thoughts in. I have enjoyed watching our club being run properly again, Richard. Totally agree with you, mate. Stephanie, stop it. Winding me up. Napoli and McTominay still on? Yes, it is. Damasio has said the same. Still waiting for developments regarding Lukaku and Osimhen, but Napoli have made their intention clear to Scott. They still want to try and make this deal happen, even with the striker situation not being rectified, because they know how unsettling it is for a player to go to the deadline and not know where he's going. They know that if they get Scott McTominay sooner rather than later, there's a better chance rather than waiting, because last minute, it kind of, you're two minds, aren't you? Do you go? Do you stay? This looks a bit desperate, and all of a sudden, like your judgment gets clouded. So, yeah, Napoli are well aware of this and are looking to make more moves for Scott McTominay and try and get that deal over the line. Just a few more coming through. Great window, but outgoings is needed, says Kerry. Yes, Kerry, agree with that. If Scott, Lindelof, Eriksen, Hannibal go, window could be a 9. Let's check the poll, actually, guys. Keep voting on the poll. Let's get over 1,000 votes. We started it late, and we're almost there already. Please do get involved. Rate the window from 1 to 10. Is it a 1 to 3, a 4 to 7, or an 8 to 10? 4 to 7 is winning at the moment at 51%. I think that would definitely hit the 8 to 10 mark when players started to leave the club. 100%. That is what would happen. Another gifted membership from London. Absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much. And that's gone to Emeke. Canada Dave with a super chat as well. Says, awesome news. Awesome news, Kev. Glory, glory, Man United. Now sell, sell, sell. My name is Adam. Dave, not Kev. I don't know what you got mixed up with there. But thanks for the super chat, mate. KD says, BBC announcement announced the sacking of Jermaine Genius while he was live on Talk Sport discussing odds of Ten Hag getting the sack. Poetic. Sometimes football does give you the moments, doesn't it? It does give you the moments where you just go, yeah, I can rest easy tonight. 4 more subscribers to hit that 56k. Are we going to do it before the end of... Oh, no, we've done it. We've got 56k. Just updated now. Thank you, guys. Legends. Absolute mega stream again. Getting over 56 while live. We've not done that, actually, for... I can't remember. It was actually hitting a 1,000 milestone well live, actually. So, well done, everybody. Amazing work. There will be more news coming in, guys, obviously, and I'll have you covered on all of it. Steve has said, how do I get in touch to do a 60k members prize for the channel? Just hit me up on the socials, mate, please. They're in the description, but yeah, Adam Matic31 on Instagram. Just DM me there, or like I said, on Twitter as well. You can hit me up on the FUTV Twitter one. I'll just leave a comment in on this video after the stream is finished as well, Steve. But I appreciate that, mate. Thanks for asking. And hopefully you'll all be along for the watch along as well on Saturday. We're doing a Brighton watch along on our platform on Tifo, and yeah, we could. I don't want to jinx it. Tenag's been talking ahead of the game and everything, who is actually available, who he's going to play. He's not giving anything away from the press conference, but we'll talk more about the Brighton game tomorrow. But really looking forward to getting back to Premier League action. The transfer talk is great and all of that, but we do need some football back in our lives, don't we? And hopefully United can make it the 100% start after 2 games. A win or a draw will do us. That will be Manchester United's best start under Ten Hag after 2 games while he's been here. I prefer a win. Oh, can you imagine if we just got a win against Brighton and then beat Liverpool with the window that we've had? Wow, what an international break that would be. Absolutely mega. Guys, in the live chat is the link to the football prizes to win tickets to the Liverpool United game. It is hospitality tickets as well. There are other prizes in there. Buy your tickets in there and get your chance of winning either a Xerxes signed shirt framed or a Alejandro Garnacho signed shirt as well. And if you do get the top prize, you get 2 tickets, hospitality tickets at Old Trafford to watch the Liverpool versus Man United game as well. That link is in the live chat now, guys. So get onto that and get your chance of winning that mega prize. Probably worth at least 1,000 on them tickets, knowing how much they are and what you get from them. So more than worth it for a ticket. Just under £4 a ticket as well. So give yourselves a go and spend what you can. Don't go over the top, but get involved and give yourself a chance. I'll be doing something with that actually on the watch along if them tickets haven't sold out. So do tune into Tifo on Saturday for the watch along. We're starting at 12 o'clock. The link for that is also in the description below. And yeah, just to go over everything, Manchester United, I've had a here we go today. We have bought a defensive midfielder. Manchester United, I've had the here we go. It's not Ugarte though. It's not Ugarte, sadly. It is the Guiders FC central midfielder, under 21 player. His name is SEKOU KONE. He is a holding midfielder from Mali. He is supposed to be the next best thing, according to a few footballing people. And Romano himself has said, this is the model that Manchester United are building right now. As far as Ugarte goes, he is close. Closer than close. Closer than you ever can imagine us. There you go, everyone. That is Manuel Ugarte. Please make this happen this weekend so we can draw a line under it. But it does look very, very close and almost in the bag for United. Unless Sir Jim's ego gets the better of him. This deal we should hear, according to Romano, here we go by the weekend. So, a win against Brighton, here we go. And then all that building up to the Liverpool game the following weekend. Not a bad start to the season, I would say. And it would absolutely top off what has been an epic summer so far. It's been an epic one on Forever United TV. Again, amazing numbers, guys. Just want to say a massive thank you to you all again for tuning in. I'm loving the input you guys are putting in. I'm loving the comments. I'm loving everything well live. I am going to try and get to as many of the comments from the other shows as well. So do drop comments in below, guys, when the video is finished. And now we move on. Friday tomorrow, eve of the game. So we'll be seeing you in the morning, 8 o'clock for your morning update. Are we going to get any more are we going to get any more breaking news stories coming through? Are we going to get any more headlines overnight again? Because they seem to be flooding in thick and fast right now. I'll be there covering everything with you guys, as always, 8 o'clock. Make sure you don't miss it. Until then, guys, thank you. Super chats, members, donated memberships, and people who have done that. Mods and members in the chat running the live. Thank you so much. All the links for everything we've been talking about are in the description, guys. Please do get involved in everything. Help support the channel in as many ways as you possibly can. Anyone who's been asking about the memberships as well, that link is also in the description. Some people have been struggling to get onto the membership scheme. It is in the description, guys, so go check that out as well. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much. Everyone has done an amazing job again, and I'll see you all at 8 o'clock in the morning. Cheers, everyone.